Today, they are actively working on the stimulus package and an announcement out of the president that's going to impact millions of people. Let's get into it and discuss the latest updates as of right now. Welcome and thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video as it's totally free to do so, and I am back each and every day in a handful of videos to keep you updated and to help you out in any way that I can every single day, as all of this information is changing rapidly every day and what seems to be like on an hourly basis. So I'm here for you every single day. Subscribe right down below and let's get into it and discuss the latest updates as of right now. So it is official. The House Ways and Means Committee is meeting today to mark up and amend this big $3.5 trillion stimulus package. In fact, just a short time ago, I listened in live while they were discussing this thing, and I have to say, it's a really boring thing to listen to. So do yourself a favor and don't listen in on that. But here's the thing. I listened in for about 10 or 15 minutes or so. It was interesting, but at the same time, I thought, wow, I will come back at some other point when we can kind of solidify all of this stuff and kind of condense everything, and then I can pick up all the pieces there. Yeah, I typically don't listen in live all that often simply because there is so much wasted time when they sit there and talk about all this stuff. I'd rather come back and kind of paraphrase everything when I can find everything really condensed and I can whip through it a lot faster, because I honestly don't have all those hours to sit and listen to it live like that. But either way, when I was listening in, they were talking about this paid family leave. Now I get it. This does not pertain to a ton of people here on the channel, but let me tell you what I learned during this few minutes that I was listening, and then we can get into it and talk about what else they're doing, as well as this announcement out of the president. So, one quick thing that I learned about the paid family leave is that, of course, is included in this stimulus package. Now, we all know this, right? That's one of the big headliners in the package here. It would offer up to 12 weeks of paid leave from someone's employer. Now, again, you could, one of the provisions within here is you do not need to be working up until the time that you would take this paid family leave. In fact, if provided you worked the prior quarter or the quarter after your leave, you'd be just fine according to what they have in the legislation. Also, it would only require a 7-day notice for your employer. Could you imagine that? Walking into your employer today and be like, hey, yo, check it out. Next Friday, I'm out of here for 12 weeks. They would be scrambling. Yeah, that would be like, interesting, right? I feel like typically most people would probably give an employer like a month or two's notice, like, hey, check it out, I got to be out of here for a while. But yeah, 7 days. But anyway, so that's kind of the premise behind the paid family leave. Again, I know it doesn't pertain to a whole lot of people here. I just wanted to kind of let you know what I learned for the few minutes I was listening there. Anyway, so let's get into it. Now, it is really getting real here. Seriously, it is coming down to the wire. They are really actually working through the negotiation process on this. Now, this is what I've said before, and I want to reiterate this. When it is through the amendment period, like what they're working through now in the markup phase of the bills, this is when a lot of the things can typically kind of take shape. It's like a big old art project, right? You got a big lump of clay, and you start molding it. And that's what they're doing now, is they're molding this big lump of clay called the stimulus package, right? And now, in just a matter of a few days / a couple weeks here, we're going to learn what this big lump of clay turns into. Is it going to turn into like a nice dinosaur? Maybe it'll turn into a gem. Maybe it'll turn into just a lump of clay. We don't really know, right? But all we do know is they are crafting this thing right now, and I'm guessing probably many of you, just like me, are picturing somebody in an art class with a big chunk of clay, molding it into something, and we have no clue what it's going to turn into, right? We won't know until it's done. However, Nancy Pelosi was out and she made a statement and said she wants the people to know that this bill is for them. So, good, nice statement, Nancy, but I feel like if it's for us, then I feel like the only appropriate statement and rebuttal from me would be then show us the money, right? I think I can speak for a lot of people here when I say, show us the money, Nancy, and you know how to show us the money. It's in the form of stimulus checks and permanent raises to benefits like Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, RRB, and ultimately getting more relief for the low and fixed income. So, again, show us the money, right? I don't know, maybe I'll craft my lump of clay into a big sign that says, show us the money. Green talks, money talks, and blank blank walks, right? Anyway, So, yeah, let's get into this and talk about it a little bit further. So, anyway, they are currently working on this, and this is where things could probably start to get really special and kind of magical going forward, because here's where we're going to see a lot of the changes taking place. Now, again, leading up to this markup and amendment phase right now, there's just been a lot of talk, like a lot of back and forth, right? A lot of hot air being blown around. But for the most part, that's all it really was. But here, now as they are officially marking up the bill and actually working their way through it, now this is where the gravy starts to happen, right? This is where the gravy train starts going down the tracks, and maybe the cars are full of gravy, or maybe they're just full of more hot air. We're not really sure. We'll find out here as they continue to work their way through this, right? But either way, now let's quickly talk about this announcement out of the president that's going to impact millions of people, and this came out just a short time ago as well. Now, the president has come out and said they're going to require all federal workers and federal contractors to be vaccinated without an exception of getting tested. So this previously was something out there where they were saying basically, well, you could be tested or you could be vaccinated, or if you're not, we'll just have you do like regular tests, like daily tests or weekly tests, something like that. But now they're saying for all federal employees and federal contractors, yeah, you don't even have an option to get tested anymore. It's you must be vaccinated. So, whoa, yeah. So anyway, yep, I'd imagine we're going to see a lot more of this out there going on right now. So it seems that they're really trying to make it difficult for people who are unvaccinated to do anything in life anymore. So again, I'm not taking sides with the vaccination thing. I know it is incredibly controversial. I'm not going down that road. I'm just simply saying this is kind of the mission right now behind a lot of these things that are going on. So yeah, either way. But either way, I mean, again, I'm not here to persuade anybody. I'm just here to tell you what's going on out there and all of the latest updates. So I kind of go right down the middle. It's totally up to you. It's your personal preference. It's up to you and your beliefs and all that kind of stuff. It just, honestly, I just want you to be safe. That's all I really care about. But either way, that's what just came out a little while ago. So either way, they are currently working on this thing. Nancy's out with some statements. Joe Manchin has been out with some statements. The House Ways and Means Committee, which we know is a very powerful group of people right there in Congress, and they are currently working on this thing right now, the House Ways and Means Committee. And we know that the House Ways and Means Committee is also in support of additional stimulus checks, and they want to add stabilizers into this stimulus package. In the event the unemployment rate goes above a certain level, they would automatically deploy additional stimulus checks. Remember that? We've talked about that, a few months ago when they originally brought this up. They want these stabilizers in the package. So, yeah, once again, a lot going on. But again, this is like the official kickoff of the markup and amendment phase on this. So they pretty much want to have all of the details of this package laid out on the table within a matter of about 1 week from now, less than 1 week from now. So within about a week from now, we should know just about everything that'll be in the package. But again, if something is not in the package as of then, this official kind of ambiguous line in the sand that they have as far as a date where they want to have everything laid out. If it's not in there, just remember, a lot of times the biggest and best provisions for the stimulus packages come in literally like in the 11th hour when they're negotiating through this thing, right? So that'll be coming here very shortly as well. So we've got a jam-packed month ahead of us, and it's going to only get more busy as we continue on. So these are the latest updates as of right now. Hope this helps you out to some degree. Please, again, subscribe down below, and just remember, I'm here for you every day to keep you updated. I'm here to give you a bunch of bad jokes that are not even funny, and I'm here to be here for you as a friendly voice, a friendly face, I hope anyway, and just to help you out in any way that I can, because I get it. It's a tough time, and there's a lot of people that are really struggling during this time, and I just want to be here for you in any way I can. So again, subscribe down below, and I'll catch you again later in the next video. Stay safe.